All right. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Rachel
Hey.
and Inez are back. And we have a very special guest today. We have two-time Britain's Strongest Woman and deadlift world record holder, Miss Lucy Underdown, here with us today. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Very good, thank you. I'm
Good.
looking forward to this.
Good. So are we. Okay, so we have a couple questions from Instagram. Um, we put up a Q&A last week, I think. So let's just start with those.
Let's go straight in.
Get straight in. We have quite a couple people asking if 800 pounds is coming.
Do you know, I got asked at Britain's on the day, there was a rumour going around that I was doing the 800-pound deadlift on the weekend of Britain's Strongest Woman as well. And I was like, no, no.
But why?
Um, at some point, 800 pounds is coming. I think it's definitely there. It's I've got, but what I want to do is probably, I don't think I'm maxing out this year. I'm gonna, unless it's in a comp, but I'm probably gonna learn how to use a suit and then try shoot the deadlift up into like the stratosphere basically and see how it goes. So and then hopefully target like the 800-pound sort of weight next year, end of next year maybe. We'll see.
Such a scary concept. Like,
I can't
I
like
can imagine like how much you can get out of a
You're
suit.
gonna make the boys cry.
You're gonna make the boys cry. Yeah.
the only thing is I don't really like change. Like, so I love my deadlift and how it feels at the moment, and like, and I know when it's feeling good and stuff. So learning a suit, like I'm just all a bit. I've used it a few times, and like I'll get like one really good session in it, and then I go like 5 steps backwards. So I need to dedicate that time to learning that suit and making the most out of it, and making sure that I've got a suit that does fit me. And then, yeah, I think it's going to fly. I do. Hopefully, it moves as well as Thor's 505.
That was absolutely crazy.
It was insane. I couldn't believe it. I was at work on a bus and I was like literally like had my phone out. I was like,
And then
anyone else
after he was
watch?
totally fine, just standing there.
Yeah, just cool.
Yeah.
It's just another day at work for him. Like,
It's crazy. That's crazy.
what's your world record deadlift? So for people that don't know the number,
So it's 325 kilos, which is 716 pounds, I think. Yeah,
absolutely.
I think it's
20 kilos?
760, 325.
25. 715.
715, there you go. And it was around that sort of ballpark. So yeah, so it still sounds like a long way off though when you say 800 pounds, but
I
it's
would
not,
think
it's not
so.
that far.
You're going to be the first woman to ever pull 800, but I think that in a suit, it's going to come a lot faster than you think.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. It's hard because like I don't want to be always. It's probably the same with you. Like everybody's like, oh, you're so good at log, and the log's like obviously you've run the Rogue and the Arnolds and stuff now, so you're like you've established yourself as an all-round strong woman. But like you don't want to just be known for one lift.
Yeah.
And so like this year I was like, I did speak to Darren Sadler at Giants, and he said like, did I want to do it again this year for the deadlift? And but it was just going to be me again. And I was like, if there was going to be a bit more of a spectacle, and the girls were like, if we were doing it like me, Andrea, like maybe
Yeah.
even like Claire, and yeah, like get a few of us there, I'd be more up for it. But at the moment, I was like, I'd like a bit of a rest from it and give myself a better chance for the Rogue, because for the Rogue prep as well, um and see where how that like comes off this year, because last year I did the Rogue prep and the deadlift prep all in one go, so it was quite difficult to maintain that top strength. So I'm hoping with like I can put that off for this year and then aim for it for a really big deadlift next year basically.
It's more fun when you have people pushing you like that. Like at the
Yeah,
Arnold's last year, like you and
yeah,
Andrea were going
yeah,
back.
exactly.
It's a
Yeah,
lot more fun
exactly.
than everything.
Honestly, like and I know Andrew's not got like, she's not far off me at all. Like her max is not her max, like she hasn't hit it yet. And a lot of her issues, so if she was to have the opportunity to max out, she would be, I think she'd be close to the 325 at the moment. So it would make for a really good competition. But at the minute, it was just presented to me as an opportunity. So hopefully, like next year, they'll start to see the girls like come through a little bit more. But it's just, yeah, it's just not quite happening at the minute.
And I think you're not giving yourself enough credit. I mean, you've won Britain's twice now.
Yes.
You are a all-around strong.
That is true. I always discredit myself a little bit. I think I always talk myself down. I never really. I find it really hard to believe that I'm one of the top strong women in the world, let alone like Britain's strongest woman. Like I find that really difficult to comprehend. And I think, yeah, like winning Brits for the second time, like it was, and again, it was a comfortable win. And I was like, oh, actually, I can do this. Like, but it's just, and then I don't know, and then I'll start to think about bigger comps, and I'm like, oh God, it's so hard.
All right. What are some important things that new strong women should know? So, like, what kind of advice would you give someone, a new strong woman, or?
I think for the new people, it's important to remember that this sport is a hobby for the majority of people. Not everyone's going to make it to the top. And everybody puts so much pressure on themselves to be the best. They forget to enjoy the process. And I think if you just enjoy it and just do it for fun, you'll actually get more from this sport than you will just by being the best. Like, because it's such a great community. It's so much fun to do. There's so much like variety and events that you can do. If you enjoy the actual process of it, you'll get more out of it. I think that's the biggest advice that I could give someone, because I think when you reach the top, you forget to enjoy yourself sometimes. And
I think something that people don't know is Nez and I have actually been doing strongman for the same amount of time. And I am a very mid-pack amateur, very mid-pack, and she's #1 in the world. So, I mean, but we both love it, and we both have fun, and we're both still in it because we love it.
Exactly. And if you're not enjoying it, what is the point? Like, what is the point in doing it all? And I always think I talk about it with Chloe Brennan quite often, and we're like, actually, if like she went through the phase, she's taken some time off of Strong Woman now, and she was like, I'm not enjoying myself anymore. And we were I went to Worlds with her in November, and I was like sat there, and I was like, if you don't enjoy it, there is no pressure on you to do this. Like, the only pressure is coming from yourself. And you don't have to do this. You're only doing it for you. So don't forget about what everybody else is doing. Forget that people are posting like, or that people have been saying, oh, you're their inspiration. You do this because you want to do it. And if you don't want to do it anymore, that's fine. Like, you still want to be involved. You still want to do other things. You just don't have to. Yeah, you just don't have to keep putting all that pressure on yourself all the time. And she's much happier now. Like, so I think you just forget like to enjoy the process and enjoy every part of it. And I think some of my favorite competitions that I've been to watch are the amateur ones, or when I've been refed like novice comps and stuff like that over here. Like, I turn up and I'm like, these girls are actually really, really fucking enjoying themselves. Like, they're having so much fun. And I'm like, oh yeah, like I actually do this because I like it, not because I have to or because I'm good at it.
Crying because we're so stressed out, and how do we deadlift?
I'm always out the back like screaming like, oh my God, I don't know if I can do this. I'm like,
Or like the day before the contest, when they show us the equipment, we always look at it, we're like, how are we gonna pick that up?
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? We'll be rolling the stones around and stuff, like there's no way.
But,
and then Adrian would come pick it up for 7 reps.
You just stand there and you're like,
which is a good strong woman to bring up. She's built such a legacy, and I think it's so cool that you guys are such good friends. And like, I love watching you guys. Like, she helped you with like the split jerk and like, you know, for the Arnold and stuff. And
yeah.
do you guys live close together? Like, is it?
No, so we actually live about 3 hours apart. So yeah, it is a long way. So I always say to the girl, I'm just under London basically where I live, and then Chloe's Midlands, the nearest strong woman to me is Andrea, but that's still like probably a 2-hour drive to. So yeah, sometimes we say oh, we'll meet in the middle and stuff, but it's being able to coordinate all your training and things like that. But yeah, like every single strong woman like in the UK, other than, like is pretty much 2-3 hours at least away from me. So it's hard to always bond. But yeah, me and Chloe have always got on. She's actually one of the. She used to follow me on Instagram before I started Strong Woman, and she used to message me and go, "You need to do Strong Woman. You need to enter a comp. You need to just do it." And eventually I did. So she was one of the she is one of the people, or one of the reasons why I got into it. And like she's always been there for all my like from the progress from all my progress and stuff. So it's pretty cool.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Ready for another one? Oh, let's
go.
Yeah, I'm so bad at like geography that I'm like, oh, everything's like 30 minutes away over there. Like it's not.
And it's so small. The UK is so small. Like, yeah. You think, oh, everything's really close, but it really isn't.
Wow. So when I move back to California, Nez and I will be 36 hours apart.
Yeah.
Wow, that's insane, isn't it? Like we moan about over here, we moan about like being 3 hours apart. Like you like, oh, a big drive. That's a big drive for us. Like, or I don't mind driving. So if I was to go and see Donna, that's about a 5-hour drive. But my sister lives in the same area, so I can kind of fit the two in. But yes, like they're the sort of drives that I would do if I was going to go and train at those sorts of places. And but then you guys are like, yeah, we've got to get a plane, and we've got to drive like another few hours, and you're like, wow, that's
from one end of California to the other. It's like crazy. 8 to 10 hours.
Yeah,
that is crazy. Yeah, that's so even that one state is bigger than probably the UK. I could probably drive from mine to Scotland in about 8 hours. It's insane.
All right. Someone said, how has Lucy fixed her pressing? Great performance.
Oh, I wouldn't say it's fixed. I've got a lot to improve. Brit's, the log was 90 kilos, so that is still pretty light, even though like my log isn't great. Like 90 kilos is still an easy press for me. And I didn't even use my legs for one single rep, which I have actually been working on. But a lot of it I've had bad knee problems in my left knee for 4 or 5 years, and I had an MRI recently, and it showed I've got really severe arthritis, osteoarthritis in my knee. I've got no cartilage. So for the last 2 years, I haven't trained squats or done much leg movements at all. Like, and then for this prep, we've been reintroducing that, and I've had PRP in my knee as well to help see if that helps rebuild a little bit of and relieve a little bit of the pain that I get. So I've really noticed that the bringing like squats and everything back into my programming has made a huge difference on my pressing and my yoke runs as well. I'm much stronger on the yoke than I used to be, which makes sense because I can actually use my legs, and I probably wasn't using like a lot of the muscles at all during my training. So now that I've been able to implement that, I think that's really helped. And also I don't really feel as scared of pressing anymore. I'm kind of like getting a bit more relaxed about it. So I feel like it's coming on, and I pretty much press every session now. So it's more volume as well, whether it's a strict press or a push press, whether it's log or axle, like we alternate it, but I do 4 sessions a week, and every session I've got some form of pressing in there. So I think you'd like to hope that with that amount of stuff that at some point it will improve.
I do think that there's a huge mental component to pressing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, absolutely.
That fear is definitely, it'll stop.
Honestly, like if I was to walk in, Millie, sorry. If I was to walk into she does that deliberately, I think. If I was to walk into a press with the same headspace as I walk into a deadlift, I think I'd be like able to press loads more than I do now. Like, I'm not saying I'm never going to be the best presser. Like I'm 6 foot, tall, but I've got like a 6'4" wingspan, so my arms are so long. Like, it's a long way to go.
The opposite issue.
Yeah, exactly. It's and that's why your pressing is so good and the deadlifts are harder. So it's kind of like it just is swings and roundabouts. I'll never be the best presser, but I will. I'm trying to really work on it because it is what loses me points, and the more consistent I can get, the better it is going to work out for me in the long run. But it's just
Shows are doing 2 presses a showdown, and that's like dangerous. It's like, but it's always like max deadlift, and I'm like, meh. And then like,
yeah, exactly. Like the show, there is more pressing coming in. I'm hoping we're moving away from the dumbbell. I really hope we're moving away from the dumbbell this year. But I think just like no matter what it is, the dumbbell is just not going to get any better. It's just for me, it's just like awful. I hate it. We don't have the Rogue ones over here, and no matter what anyone says, you do need to have the feel of those dumbbells before you press them. And it's I just find it so difficult. But yeah, I am improving. I'm really excited to see if I can especially before the Rogue and stuff, see if I can max out on something this year. I'm going to speak to Shane because I think I've got some like my max is like I did the behind the neck press was 125 kilos, and then my max on the log is 120, and I really think that I've got more than that and in me. I just need to get more consistent, basically.
yeah, no, it's looking a lot better. Like you're what did you do at Rogue this year? You finished the kettlebell. Did you get to the axle?
I got to the axle, so I did the kettlebell and the dumbbell.
Yeah, which is like, hell yeah.
Yeah, and I was like absolutely buzzing for that.
Yeah.
I was like in my head, I was like, oh my god, I'm doing it. And I was like, I was like, Axel's going to be absolutely fine. I like of all the pressing, axle pressing is my favorite to do. Couldn't bloody clean the thing.
It just didn't fit. That was
It didn't fit at all. I think I'd probably forgotten that it was going to be a fixed axle, and I'd trained a few lifts with the rolly one, but you don't realize how much difference that makes. But yeah, it's like, and yeah, I did get no rep or he told me that I'd belt cleaned it, but it was definitely above my belt. You know, when you're just like, I definitely didn't hit my belt, but you've said no, so I've got to put it back down. So yeah, it was difficult, but I do feel like it's coming. Like I'm getting better. So we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully by the end of the year.
Yeah. Is Rogue your next competition?
Yeah, I'm not doing anything else now. I'm finding it really difficult with work to fit everything in. Yeah. And I'm 35. I'm old. Like things hurt. Like I can't keep doing like 5 or 6 comps a year. And so this year I was like, right, I'm doing Arnold, I'll do Brits, and I'll do Rogue. And that was it. So it'll be nice and it's been nice to have a bit of an off season. Like I can drop a bit of weight, I can get a bit fitter, and then I can build back properly in for the Rogue. So that'll be quite nice. It'll be interesting to see how it all comes together. So yeah. Oh, you joining us? Come here. Are you gonna say hello? Mills, come up. Come here. Ooh. Is she in?
Hey, baby.
Oh, baby.
Baby. She's like, get away from me. Embarrassing me.
No,
she's got street cred. Got too much street cred to be around me, haven't you?
Speaking of Rogue, what, besides a deadlift, what events are you hoping to see?
Well, I'd love to do that Wheel of Pain thing. Like I'd love to do that. I think I think I'd be really good at it. I love that sort of stuff, but just something a bit different. I know they're probably going to pull some really wacky event out on the cards, like. But I was thinking about it the other day. I'd like to do that Wheel of Pain, or I know it's a deadlift one, but you know where they deadlifted on the massive platforms on the really big timber platform. Yeah, I think it was that, and it just looked really wicked. I was like, that looks cool.
Nightmare. Yeah.
Press events. Let's go.
Literally the opposite to what Nez wants, like, is what I would like.
But you know what? At the first Arnold I did in 23, we had a wheel of pain and I got
Yeah.
sick. So like I did not do that bad. But
Yeah.
Rebecca lapped us. That's how bad we did. Like as soon as I got it like 3/4 of the way, it just like stopped. And I'm like, it's not moving. Like I cannot. My legs are going, but it's not going anywhere.
It's just not going anywhere.
Yeah.
It just looks absolutely brutal. Absolutely brutal. But
I don't
like,
think I could bring it over though because it's in Scotland. You know, that's
yeah.
That's an expensive
Yeah.
piece of equipment to move.
I'd like to see some more Highland Games type things thrown in this year, like for it, because it is in Scotland. It would be nice to see some more, like some sort of stones, not to some hopefully a stone lift that and AJ's not good at if we can find one, but would do, mate, or even like a dinny walk or something like that. I'd love to do something like that. Yeah, I know. You're like, stop it.
Out. Nobody gets any ideas.
Or even the weight for height and stuff like that. That was good fun at the
really good at Arnold UK. You won with Sam that event with the one.
Yeah,
the throw.
That was the one hand. Yeah, that was really good fun. And you can see like the different size of us. Like you wouldn't like necessarily say Sam should have been like one of the top ones in that group, really, because she's shorter, but she's so explosive and she technically is so good at everything. Like her timing and everything was so perfect for that event. It was unreal. Like, yeah, it's insane to see like when weight category athletes can keep up with us, because like or do better than us, because it proves that it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Athleticism.
Yeah, it is. We forget that sometimes that like doing this sport is also about being athletic as well as being strong as fuck.
Real Highland Cows. And when you're stuck with the cows, the cows will come off stage and I'll hang out with them.
They are adorable, the Highland Cows as well. They are absolutely. They just look like you want to just kind of like mush their faces.
Have you seen like the miniature ones?
No.
Oh, I'll send you some after this.
Oh yeah, I need to see that. I do need to see that.
Miniature Highland Cows are. It's insane. Insane.
I can imagine. I can visualize it in my head, and I can. Yeah, it does. It seems.
After the Rogue, all the strong women are just going to be going to purchase some miniature.
I think that we should all.
Yeah.
I'm hoping this year I might try and see if I can spend a bit more time in Aberdeen this year, because it's such a beautiful part of the country. But last year I literally flew in, flew out, like, and then like drank in the pub down the road, and that was about it. So I would like this year like to actually see a bit more of the of Aberdeen and that sort of area, and do a bit more of that.
Coordinate a cow adventure.
Yeah.
And yes, yeah, we do. We need to just go on a strongwoman adventure whilst everyone's over.
AJ and I did last year, the day after. We were both dead though. We had to climb uphill to go see this castle, and it was still like a mile away. And AJ and I were like, we're not doing that. And then they went all the way down. They found out it was closed, and they had to come back. And AJ and I were like, thank God we didn't go all the way down.
I would have cried if I was with.
I would have needed a helicopter rescue.
Yeah. To rescue out. It's so funny.
All right. That's kind of all of the questions we got.
Uh-huh.
Let's learn a little bit more about Lucy then. So, and you mentioned work. You still work full time.
Yeah.
What kind of work do you do?
So I'm a full-time police officer in London, in central London, basically. And I work on a unit that targets like knife crime and gang crime and drugs, basically. So like it's shift work, it's all over the place. It's really, really difficult to fit my training in. Like,
yeah,
Shane will set my training days as like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, or something like that. And I might train Monday, then not be able to train until Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or something like that. It depends on what my shifts are. I just have to get it done. But then that might mean that then I train Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday afterwards and not have any rest days until it's so staggered. It's unreal. But
yeah, I've been a shift worker my whole career. I'm a paramedic, so it's brutal.
It is. So yeah, you understand. Like it's so hard, and the stuff that you see and you deal with as well makes it really hard.
Very physically and mentally exhausting.
Yeah, you don't realize how much the mental side affects it. And so like there's certain things that I've dealt with over time. Like before I pulled 300 kilos for the first time, I dealt with like I had a guy jump off a building in front of me, and he basically landed at my feet, and that was like horrendous. And I went to the gym later on that day, and I was like, oh, I'm absolutely fine. I feel fine. I handled the situation well, but like, obviously it's not very nice, but you kind of just deal with it, don't you? And I think I turned up to the gym and I was like, oh my God, it's not happening. It's really not happening. And I was like messaging Shane. I was like, oh, this isn't normal. Like, I don't really know what's going on, but the deadlift's it's not deadlifting today. And he was like, oh, he's like, this is really odd because you've been on like a really good trajectory. So like, are you tired? I was like, no. And he was like, has anything happened? And I was like, well, this did happen earlier. And he was like, well, yeah, that's not normal. Like,
we'll just casually drop something that happened. And then everyone else is like, excuse me? And you're like, oh, sorry. I'm talking about this.
That's it.
I think we like lose touch of like.
Yeah, definitely.
You know,
I've definitely lost
drop something like, and else will be like, are you okay?
Yeah. I've definitely lost a lot of. I feel like I still care a lot. Like I'm a really like carey. Like I need to know that people are okay, and I like that. But I feel like I've lost a lot of patience with people and stuff through the job, and it's I find that really difficult because I want to care, but also like even like I do it with Johnny at home, like my partner. I like he'll be having a bad day and I'll be like, I've got no sympathy for you right now. I just don't care. Like it's just because I just got nothing left to give anymore.
Well, and you kind of have to have that, right? Because when you go, let's say you go from like a pediatric cardiac arrest or something, and then next you're going to someone who's calling 911 because their tummy hurts, and you're like, how am I supposed to feel bad right now?
Yeah. Yes.
Someone called 911 because they clipped their toenails and it started bleeding because they clipped it too far. So no, I think that like what you're talking about, I think that all first responders have that, and we kind of have to.
Yeah.
There is that like coping mechanism, like you have to be able to kind of compartmentalize and set things aside, or you're not going to be able to shift. And if you took every call you ran to heart, there's no way that we could, you know, it becomes hard to just compartmentalize and move along.
I know there's been times where like I obviously if you can only compartmentalize for so long, and like I've just done my 10 years in the police, and I dealt with an incident just before the Rogue, and that I hit my level then, and that was it, and I kind of was overflowing at that point. So I was like, once the Rogue was done, I just looked, as soon as I was done, like I remember coming out off of the thing and I just walked over to Johnny and I just started crying. He's like, what are you crying for? You've just come third. And I was like, I'm just done. Like all of a sudden, like all that emotion, you like, I've been holding that back and I've been trying to deal with that in the background, but now it's done and it's over. And now I've got time now everything's kind of, I need to process everything.
Yeah, I've definitely been there too.
It takes a while. Yeah, it takes a while. It does take so much.
I ran a call once and it was like not that big of a deal. I mean, it was, you know, someone died, but okay.
Yeah.
Right? Like, yeah. But just after that call, I just like was losing it. And to the point where I like went back in and my supervisor sat me down and my supervisor was like, when's the last time you had a day off? And I was like, I don't know, like 2 weeks ago. Yeah. Okay, so let's start there. Like, you have to take care of yourself. You can't be here every day. Like, but it's really easy to forget about yourself in that. And
absolutely. And I do feel like I'm getting much better. I think I used to be like, I have to fit all my training in and I have to be at work and I have to, but now I'm like, if I can't fit my training in, I can't fit it in. Like, and I prioritize what I can do. So I'm very good at picking out. I'm like, all right, so I've got these sessions to do, but that's not that important. So I'm going to skip that one, and then I'll be able to just pick it up from next week. So I like generally keep like all my pressing in and the core, or I'll keep the core lifts in, and I'll just skip the accessories or something like that, so I can double the sessions up, and I just make it work, because just sometimes you just can't physically do. I'm supposed to go to the gym today, but it's my first day off in 7 days. I've been working late and finishing at like 3-4 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning and stuff. And you're like, I've got nothing to give today. I'm just going to stay at home. I need to sit on my sofa and watch some TV and
do you work 12-hour shifts?
We work 10-hour shifts, but a lot of the time they're not 10 hours.
Yeah.
You just
12s, and they usually end up being 14.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I think that a lot of people, like, people don't realize that just working for that long, like, everyone's like, oh, you have a day off, and you're like, yeah, but I am so depleted.
Yeah, you just need you just need that day.
Like you're at 9 to 5, and then you go get drinks with a friend, and then like it's hard.
Yeah, there's no decompression time. I think before I started the Strong Woman, the gym was my decompression time. I could go there and de-stress, but because I'm going to the gym to prep for something, for a comp or whatever, you can't de-stress because you're putting more pressure on yourself. So I find now that I'm like, yeah, let's just go, let's just leave it. I want to spend some time with Johnny. I want to lay on the sofa. I want to eat chocolate, or I want to go out, have a couple of drinks, and I'm going to prioritize that like this time over my training, because I always do better once I've had that little blowout. I need a little blowout, and then I come back better afterwards.
Yeah, so and I'm like, always like, you worry, oh, if I skip the gym this week, like I'm gonna lose everything.
Yeah,
you go to the gym the next week, and you're like, oh, I actually feel better than I have in the last month. Like,
I think that's a lot. I think that's one of those. Yeah, sorry, I think I couldn't hear you then.
Oh yeah, no, I'm saying like every time I've gotten like hurt, it's because I went to the gym when I'm like not all there. And like if I would have just stayed home, I probably would have been fine. But I had to come and like force myself to do this, and you know, and then you rush through it, and it's just not good.
I think that's what I've learned over the last few. Like, it doesn't matter if you do miss a session. Like, what matters is like that you just pick up from where you left off and you carry on. Like, you don't just leave. You can't take obviously like weeks off at a time, but you could, the odd session here and there doesn't matter if it's affecting you mentally. You've got to take that time for yourself and prioritize yourself. So I think that's one of the things that,
especially if you want any longevity.
Yes.
In a career like Strong Woman, where you guys are pushing yourselves to the max, to the limit at all times. Like, you can't last forever if you're never taking a break.
Yeah. And I think what people forget is that we're doing things that women have never done before. Like, we're lifting weights that have never been done before. We're going to events that have never been done before. So we're like the ones that are bringing this into a new level and to new highs and to a new audience. And that itself brings so much pressure as well, like, because you're like, oh, we're getting to do this for the first time, like this is part of history, and you're like, I think you probably feel the same, Nez. Like, it does put, like, being invited to the Rogue, that puts a lot of pressure, like, because you're like, we want to make this work for the women and make sure that we keep getting invited back, and that we are kept on the same money as the men, and that we're treated the same, and because it's only going to then improve the sport in the long term. And like, after we finished our careers, we're going to have left something behind for the next generation to pick up on, and that brings its own pressures, I think. But
I can tell you guys are doing it, and you're doing a great job at it.
Like, I guess
we're trying.
Like the Arnold and the Rogue, and people are like, "Oh, you guys are more fun to watch than men," and I think it's because we have something to prove, and like, a lot of the guys, like, they own their own gyms, they have a business, they have this, and it's like, a lot of us are just moms, we work 12 hours, we do this, and like, this is a side thing for us, and it's like, we're putting our all into it because we want to get to that level that the men have gotten to, and it's so I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I think that's really important to highlight it, and like, that people, I don't think people realize that when you do it, that when we do it, we still have the full-time jobs. Like, the majority of the top men, they can do it full-time now, and alongside some coaching and stuff here and there. And whereas we're actually having to do those full-time jobs or go home and look after the kids. As I mean, I'm not in that position, but you've got a kid, like a boy, haven't you? And you have to go home, look after your boy. You have to then be able to fit training in, make sure that you're giving everybody enough of you. Like, and it's impossible to do sometimes. And like the men don't necessarily have that sort of pressure on them. And also, I think we're more fun to watch because the men do have, like, they've got all the ego sort of side of things, which works for the men. But the women are so like supportive, and you'll be like, we'll be the first ones to congratulate each other, whereas the men are like, oh, I'm the best, and we're like standing there being like, I'm so proud of like someone like you've done something good, but you're like, oh, but I'm sort of really proud of this person as well, like because they've done this. And yeah, I think that's what kind of makes it different as well from the men's. But I did say that once I got asked in a Q&A about the women's shows for Giants when we was promoting Brits, and I said that the women's shows are better than the men. That's why you should come and watch them. Like whoever comes, and you could, like, it kind of went really silent. I think I said it in a stadium. I might have said it at Britain's Strongest Man, that the women's shows are much more fun to watch than the men's, and it kind of went a little bit silent. Like, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I should have said that, but it's true. Like everybody that has come to watch a women's show tends to turn around and say, actually, that was really fun. I really enjoyed it. I didn't expect to enjoy it that much. I probably enjoyed it more than a men's show. So you're like, yeah, okay, we can do this, and we put on a fucking good show.
Yeah, and we're lifting things like comparatively as heavy as the men are. Like for our biology,
a lot of the time, our weights are kind of where the world's strongest men weights started. Yeah. Like when they first started, we're lifting the same weights that the men were lifting just like 10, 15 years ago. Like they're opening logs were like 120 to 140, like, and you're now like doing that for reps, and you're like, and the deadlift, like there wasn't really that many men over the 400 kilo mark, so like we're pushing like the starting weights are now like kind of where the men's were starting when in the previous comps and stuff. So
and you guys are going up every time. It's not like you're all continuing to raise the records every time.
Yeah, definitely. And I think
that deadlift though, because nobody's too crazy. Not all of us can finish. Chill out.
Just calm down, Lucy. Yeah. I know when I went for when I broke the was it when I went for the 700 pounds or when I went for 325, I had Olga messaged me, and I don't think she'll mind me saying, and she was like, just break it by 1 kilo, just break it by 1 kilo. And I'm like, I was like, at some point I would probably do that, but right now I want to see where I'm at. Like it's difficult because I know that I've got more in me, but then I don't want to make it so far ahead that then it becomes difficult for people to kind of catch you up as well, because I want there to be a deadlift world championships, and I want us to be put on the same stage as the men. But if I keep pushing it too far, then I might actually end up ruining opportunities for people as well. So I'm like, that's I do worry about that a little bit.
I pulled 800, so good luck. I pulled 611 at the Arnold for people that didn't know, and can you imagine like going up to Lucy and being like, I just pulled 611. She's like 700. And you're like, you just walk home from there. Like,
oh dear. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's all coming to, I think the girls' side is all coming together, but it's just going to take a while to kind of get to the same level as the men's, but the men's didn't work overnight either. So we just got to be patient.
What's cool about the women too is that every event there's like a highlight of like someone different too. So it's like Circus Samba, we got Sam, we got you for deadlift, Andrea deadlift, Rebecca in moving events, and then maybe me with log, and then it's just like
maybe me with log, maybe
me with log.
But at the Arnold, log was not there. So it just
good enough.
Yeah, it's okay, but
it's all right.
I think that's cool because it makes it more interesting, because you're like, who's gonna win? We really don't know because people come and like surprise, and with the men, it's kind of like it got boring for a little bit because it's like, okay, Mitch got
yeah,
You're like, all right.
yeah, Mitch is here, so
yeah, exactly. And I think that's why it was
because
yeah.
that'll be
I think it just makes the whole competition more interesting, doesn't it? Like if it, like everything, like when you've just got one clear cut winner, everybody's like, oh no, like this, what's the point? Like is this like what's the point? Because Mitch is just going to win it. Whereas now, like with the men's, now that you've got like Reno coming into the mix and like just coming out from nowhere and doing what he did, and then Mitch is actually not having a good season and having to take a step back and stuff. You just got to think, well, like, actually, you've got to take opportunities where they are. Like you can only beat who turns up on the day, and if you haven't turned up at your full package, then that's a decision for you to do, not for it doesn't take away from anybody else's performance.
And the weights are still the same weight. Like
and the weights are still yeah, exactly. You still got to go out there and do it. Like you've got to go and you just got to
win if you zero,
regardless. Yeah, exactly. You still got to get it done. So yeah, I think it's just, I don't know, I just love this sport. It's just so much fun. Like it makes me happy. I feel like because we all get on, there's no drama. Like we have have like a mutual respect for one another, and I just feel like when I turn up to comps, I'm like, oh, it's more like, oh, I'm just going to spend a weekend with seeing my friends. Like, I'm not like, obviously, when it comes to the competition day, you're like, oh, like now you've got to switch on a bit. But like the majority of the time, I'm just more excited to go there and see everybody. Like, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm seeing all my friends today.
Awesome. Well, I mean, I think we covered a lot. Thank you so much for joining us.
No, you're more than welcome. Thank you for asking me.
Of course.
She just won Britain's. We have to get her on. Like our first legit interview, because Nico doesn't count. He's my coach, so like that was easy. But I was like, pressure's on. No, because like it's just Nico, so you know.
It's just.
But you're Lucy, so you're like celebrity.
Oh no, don't. People at work call me a celebrity, and I'm like, no, I don't. It's embarrassing. I don't get it.
Well, you are, so get over it. We gotta.
Well, thank you very much. We'll have to hopefully, like you get to do some more interviews and stuff, and then it becomes really like big and works well. It works well for you guys, but I've had lots of fun.
We have a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah,
so
exactly. It's just nice to have a catch up, isn't it?
Yeah. I want to give a moment to like we are gonna do a group interview this week. So this is just, if you're still watching this video, we have a bunch of girls getting on, and we're gonna talk about some pretty heavy things about strong women in general. And I think that everyone should watch. Lucy will be on it, so yeah,
I'll be on it. I'm looking forward to that because I think we've all got some quite big ideas, and
I can't wait.
I think it's going to be a good one. I think that'll be a really interesting watch, and I just think it's just maybe going to open people's minds a little bit to what we're capable of and what we can do.
Yeah. Well, thank you again. We love you, and we'll see you around.
Thanks.